Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup look that I did for my wedding, but make it easier because I noticed that a lot of people are getting married right now, either in their backyard or courthouse or whichever at a park, but I know that not a lot of makeup artists are available, so this is a makeup look that you guys can do future bride to be easily at home alone. So make sure to keep on watching to get a wedding bridal soft glam makeup look. So let's get started. First off, priming is very important for days like this because you always want the longevity of your makeup because you want it to last long, and you also want it to be photo perfect, if you know what I mean, because you're gonna take a lot of photos. For priming, I'm going to do two priming. First with this hydrating Fenty primer so that my face is nicely moisturized. I'm also using this because I'm going to kind of bake my face, and I know that baking tends to dry your face out, so make sure to either moisturize your face really well or use a moisturizing primer. And for skins like mine, I have some pores around the T-zone, so I love this E.L.F. Poreless primer to cover that area. With this primer, I like to go in to the T-zone where my pores are more visible, like on my nose. That way, this will also control my oil throughout the day. I'm going to be doing the Scott Barnes trick that I always do for a glam look, concealing and contouring beneath my foundation. So I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I use this for my wedding too. It's such long wearing full coverage type of a concealer. You don't have to layer it 3 times, you know? You never want to layer too much base products because you don't want it to be cakey. Now going in with my trusty Fenty matchstick in Mocha, like I always do. If you guys don't have a contouring product, you guys can always use a darker foundation. That's what I used to do. You want a snatched face, so make sure you blend upwards. For a lot of non-makeup wearers, cream contours might be scary and, you know, hard, but if you do your cream contour underneath your foundation, it blends more seamlessly, and I honestly think it's easier that way. Don't forget to get your chin, but contour it underneath. If you look like this while you're following me, you're doing it right. Now, blending time. I like to wet my sponge before I blend. Now for your wedding, you should wake up early because you don't want to hurry with your makeup and kind of like do a sloppy job on it, you know? It is your wedding day, so you want to look pretty perfected. So the contour might look pretty crazy right now, but I swear, or you shouldn't swear, I promise you it's not. For foundation, I have a drugstore option and a high-end option. For my wedding, I used the Dior Backstage foundation, but I also recommend the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear foundation. This is my go-to for a night out or for days that I want some full coverage. But for me, I like a natural finish, like a not too heavy of a foundation. This is a bit more heavier than the Dior foundation, so I'm going to be using this today because I did use this for my wedding. It really did save me a lot of money for doing my own makeup for my wedding, and I also did my bridesmaids and my mom's makeup, so that was cool. Make sure you put light first coat. Just dot it all over. You don't want to go in heavy-handed and regret looking cakey. Now with a brush, I'm just gonna start blending. See how this contour is blending? You always want to get your neck. Never forget your neck. But look how seamless that contour became. I also love doing my makeup for my own wedding because I know my face the best, you know? So I know what type of makeup looks good on me, what color looks good on me. I've done some research, and wedding makeup artists cost like from minimum $350 to like $600, and some cost even more. So that was pretty crazy. Well, everyone wants to look good for their wedding, so I don't blame that. Now I'm going to be setting my face. Like I told you, I'll be baking a bit today because you don't want your makeup to slide and slip. Before you set your face, make sure to go over your under eyes with your finger or your brush to blend that crease out. So I'll be using the Mercier translucent powder. This is what I use for my wedding. For people with dry skin, you don't necessarily want to bake your face. You would want to tap it in until the powder's gone. But for me, I need to bake because I'm oily. I think wedding makeup is all about playing with the lights and the darks so that you photograph well, and you want to be looking snatched for your photos. So to do that, another easy way to clean up your contour is to take a translucent powder and carve. Just like that. And leave it on for a good 2-3 minutes. I do it, I think, for a longer time. I won't be baking for too long. It's also good to set your eyebrows if you have oily eyebrows. And make sure to use a powder that doesn't have flashback. To continue on with my face, I'll be using the Patrick Ta She's So LA Double Take powder, double take blush. I'll be using the powder first. You always want to go for that lifted look, so apply most of your colors on the outskirts of your cheeks, and then with whatever is left, just bring it in and blend it out. Blending is really important. You don't want a streak of blush or a streak of anything left on your face. This is also a great product because this is a shade of like a bronzer. So it's a very good all-in-one type of a product. After that, with the cream part, I'm just gonna dab it over the area and give it that luminous finish. Patrick Ta was right. This also prolongs the wear of the blush because blush is the first to go, especially with the quarantine and wearing masks and everything. Okay, now I'll be dusting off that powder. See how clean that is? Now I'll be contouring a little bit around the outside of my face. This is a really good product. It's a K-beauty product. It's from Too Cool for School Contouring. So there's 3 shades. I'm going to mainly dip my brush on the darker 2 shades and just start brushing it up in a circular motion. Just think of it as brushing it over the cream contour that you did before your foundation. When you're contouring or applying blush, it's so important to move your blush in an upward brush in an upward motion. For my highlight, I'll be using the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten. This is what I used for my wedding. It's a cream product, but it sets so beautifully. It's not glittery at all. Do you see that glow? So I'm blending the highlight with the brush that I applied my powder blush so it blends in even more. I like to go in with my brows first. take your favorite brow product. For me, it's the E.L.F. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in taupe. I think it's really helpful if you draw the bottom line of your eyebrows. That way you know you have like a guide. And then in an upward motion, create the illusion of your brow hair. And after you're done, make sure you blend it in nicely. So for my eyes, I did use the Natasha Denona Gold palette for my wedding. I think for a bridal makeup, it's best to use neutral tones, like golden neutral tones, because they can never go wrong. For my transition color, I'll be taking this light orangey brown color and blending it right here. You also want to prime your lids. I like to just use my concealer for it, which I did as I was contouring. Make sure you take your time to blend the edges. You never want your makeup to be too dark, you know? Also, the eyes are, I feel like, the most important part, because people look at your eyes, you know, and you want your eyes to always be like the focus of your makeup. If you notice, I left this part a bit blank because that's where I'm gonna put my shimmer shade. Now going in with this beautiful golden shimmer shade, I'm just gonna apply it all over my eyelids. You can even take it up so that when the light hits you, you just have that beautiful sheen. To give it more dimension, I'm going to be taking this darker chocolatey shade, like a milk chocolate shade, and just dotting it in the outer corner of my eyes and blending it upward. So you want to apply it as if you're depositing the most color right above your lash line, and then with what's left, just take it up. I'm really applying it super softly, like, you know, do you see that dimension? Now with what's left, I'm gonna brush it on the lower lash line. So the next step is a personal preference. A lot of people, a lot of brides like to still go in with a black liner or a brown liner on your lower lash line, but for my monolid eyes, I like to go in with a champagne shade that's really going to open up my eyes. Now for the eyeliner, I'm taking a brown liner because that's more subtle and natural. First, I'm going to tightline the upper lash line and then lightly in the edges of my eyes. This might be the shortest wing that I've ever done on my channel. To really lock that eyeliner in, I'm going to be going in with a waterproof ink liner and just going over the pencil liner that I've done. To blend it even better, I'll be going in with this darkest brown color and blending my eyeliner. This will really soften your eyeliner edges and make it a bit more romantic. For the fun part, I'll be using this Foil Play Cream eyeshadow by NYX. This is beautiful on the inner corners, or what I'm gonna be using this for is the inner corner of my lower lash line, to really give it that reflection when the sun hits you or when the light hits you. I love it. Maybe like right here too. Cream shadows are really just gonna elevate the sheen. I'm focusing this shade on the inner corners, the front part. Oh, I love it. Taking me back to my wedding day. Okay, now with the lightest shimmer shade in my shadow palette, which is this beautiful white golden shimmer. I'm just going to dab it right here and connecting it. I think I love this even better than my own wedding day makeup. To set my brows, I'll be taking the NYX Brow Mascara. This might be too dark, or maybe not. Just brushing it upwards. I had lash extensions, but if you know, right now you can't really go get lash extensions. If you want fake lashes, you can do it. You know, you can go to the drugstore and buy Kiss lashes or Ardell lashes. I recommend the individual ones because they're more natural, but for today I don't think I'm going to be doing lashes today, but this is a very, very good alternative. This is from an Etude House. It's a K-beauty brand. It's a mascara primer, but we call it a fixer because it's really going to hold that curl. Wait for that to dry. While you wait, you want to see if your makeup rubbed off in any way. I might want to add more blush. And then you want to go in with a volumizing mascara. For your lower lash line, you want to go in with a waterproof, smaller wanded, like a thinner wand mascara. I'm using my Essence waterproof. It's like applying it hair by hair. You need to be super precise. I'm almost done. So for the eyes, I think I'm happy with how dark and shiny it is. For the lips, exciting! I'll be taking a more pinkier nude shade. This is the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner. I love this. Now for the base, I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop Blotted Lip. These really last a long time and it doesn't transfer. I think for a bridal look, you want to go for that ombre lip. To achieve that, I'm going to be applying a bit more lighter nude lip in the center of my lips. This is the E.L.F. Seriously Satin Lip. Everyone was raving about it, so I had to go get it. See how much plumper your lips look? Okay, now for the fun part of it all, you guys don't necessarily have to do this, but I will. If you have any highlighter, you can just take a brush and just simply go over and give it that shimmery look. You wanna glow in every way possible, especially on your shoulders. If your shoulders are showing. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot my nose contour. Okay, I'm going to be taking the middle shade and just lightly. I have a very wide nose tip, so I like to make it as narrow as possible. You always want to connect it. You don't want to end your contour, nose contour right here. With the darkest shade, I'm going to be contouring a bit more on the tip of my nose. Now, with the same highlighting cream highlighter, I'm going to apply this right here and right here. The most important part of it all is to set your face, and I'll be using the Morphe X Jeffree Star collab. I love their setting sprays. Like, it's a must, and I always buy like 4 of it when they're on sale because they're that good. Setting sprays are so important because if you get the wrong type of setting sprays, oh my goodness, one wrong spot on your face, like the liquid spot on your face, will ruin it. So make sure you use a setting spray that you know that has a fineness like this. If you don't, then run to your Ulta, or if you have time to order it online, go to morphe.com and make sure to order either this one or their original one is the black packaging, and that's like a natural setting. It's like satin finish type of a setting spray. So yep, I always like to dab away the sheen because, like I said, I'm oily. Yeah, so guys, this is the makeup that you guys can do at home. It did take me a longer time, but it's for your wedding and you always want to look put together for your wedding, and I honestly think this is pretty easy for you guys to follow along. If you have some time till your wedding, you guys can follow along and practice and make it perfect for the special day of your life. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys like this look. It's very, very simple, shiny, girly, romantic, neutral wedding look. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.